Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. Now this has been a very interesting week over the last 4 days of this week. Today being a Friday, and it is January 15th, 2016. The market has been very volatile. Up one day, sharp move. Down the next day, sharp move. And right now we are seeing another sharp drop, down about 3% on the NASDAQ. And I want to take a stab at explaining what is going on from a technical standpoint. Now, if you take a look at the RSI, right now the daily charts for the markets are trading close to this 30.9 level, and this is pretty much explaining what's going on right now. And what we are seeing here is that every time the market slashes through 30.90 on the daily RSI, so every time we slash through that, we get a big drop, and the drop that we get, the size of the drop is bigger than when the market is moving back above 30.90. Now the movement above 30.90 also tends to have a relatively big up day, but the key here is because the market is trading at low levels below 30.9, it so happens that the drops are bigger, so the drops are much magnified than the rallies above this threshold number. So the key is what is taking place on the market movement. If it is moving above 30.90, you get a big movement higher, but relatively speaking, it's the movement below 30.90 on the day it moves below 30.90 that we get a big drop. Now let me show you some examples. So if we take a look at what happened with the NASDAQ, January 12th, 2016, the market moved back above 30.90 and the NASDAQ was up 1%. That's a big up day. We take a look at the very next day, which is now January 13th, 2016. You can see the market moves back below 30.90. The NASDAQ was down 3.41%. All right. We go to the next day, and we can see here that the NASDAQ, this is now January 14th, 2016, the NASDAQ moves back above 30.90 here, and it records a nice gain, almost 2% gain for the day. And now, of course, we take a look at today's action, and we are seeing the market drop another 3%, this being January 15th, 2016, dropping back below 30.90, and you can see the magnitude of the move is much expanded. And so here we take a look at the current chart for the NASDAQ daily, back below 30.90, down about 3.2% for the day. We take a look at the daily chart for the Dow, and the Dow is also down about 2.6%, 2.5% in that range, as it moves its daily RSI again below 30.90. And the S&P 500 right now is also moving back below 30.90, and as such is the case more than likely with these moves below 30.90 by the major averages. Chances are, as long as they remain below that threshold, this is going to be a big down day into the close. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. ESS. Yeah. Woo!